Hey there! So today we have another review. You can skip ahead if you'd like, but this is very exciting. This is from Zymarium. So, Zymarium is literally one of the top-rated meadery breweries in the world. You can go on Untapped. He's on that list. I actually met Joe years ago, actually right when I moved down before we opened up Meadery. He is a highly awarded home meadery brewer, and then now he has a brewery smack dab in my opinion, the coolest part of Orlando, which is like the Mills/Virginia area, and he has a meadery there. So definitely check it out. Beautiful space, world class libations. Just I don't get to go out much, but the last two times I went there, he was at the meadery and just got to geek out with him about like recipe, process, craft beer, because he's also a huge craft beer geek. So just literally one of the coolest people I've ever met in the industry, and I just highly recommend you trade for it if you come to Orlando. Even your craft beer geek, go to Zymarium. This is Florida Lychee, whatever you want to call it. 6.5% orange blossom, heavily fruited session mead. So, if you guys don't know, I'm Asian. And if you've never had lychee, do yourself a favor and go to an Asian store or somewhere and find it, because it is a cheater fruit. I think a lot of people probably haven't had it. It is literally one of the most delicious fruits you can ever eat. Just like very interesting, exotic, fleshy, crunchy, like juicy, like it's so good. Hard to describe what it really tastes like, but somewhere between like a melon and like some kind of exotic, palm fruit or something. I don't know, man. You gotta try it. Comes in a wonderful lychee. Actually, one of the things I used to have as a kid was before boba tea becomes so popular, it was just like crushed ice, some actual lychee, like drink, and crunchy lychees in there, just absolutely delicious. So it comes this mead comes in a wonderful kind of like pale beigeish kind of color, right? On the nose, just explodes. I mean, it smells like freaking lychees. There's nothing really else about it. And then the honey's underneath too. That's fun. So it's like super, reminds me of like childhood, drinking some lychee slushies. And then there's that really beautiful like honey tone underneath. So it does smell like mead too. Now it's pretty interesting. It's like, cheers. Oh yeah. So this is a session mead. So if you guys are more familiar with like the bigger, high meads that are like 14%, the mellows that are like super sweet and ripping, this has a little bit of carb to it, as you can see. And yeah, it's nice. Just super drinkable. Honestly, it tastes, honestly, for me, as a kid, what I had probably was less sweet than this. Well, obviously, this is a honey fermentation base, so it packs a little bit of sweetness, but it's only 6.5%. Not as big and jammy as something that needs to be shared out of a bottle, right? Like these high-end meads, if you've ever had them. They come with these. Well, I'll probably review it for you guys, but jeez. Yeah, there you go. He gifted me this, but yeah, like a usual package for mead is something like this. At least for the fancy, expensive, higher ABV stuff, and like, it's uncarbonated. You treat it like wine. You could share like almost like a liquor. Actually, you can share it and open it and close it. But yeah, I'm excited to review this. Gift this one. But sorry. All right, some stuff now. All right, cool. This is like arguably a very different product. And honestly, you know what you like? It tastes a little bit like cider. You'd like it if you're a cider drinker. It's got a really nice fruity sweetness to it. But the lychee is really nice and has a little bit of carb to it. Yeah, if you're a cider drinker, you're going to absolutely love this. But as a lychee fan, and as somebody who also likes like the variety that you can do with mead, you can go from like, session mead, like 4, 5, 6%, a little higher than that, all the way to 14. Nice having variety. And this is crushable. It's super refreshing, super tropical, but also has that sweetness. If you have a little bit of sweet tooth, if you're a cider person, also if you're a mead person, you're gonna like it. And so it has the complexity of honey, along with that big tropical, exotic kind of lychee flavor up front, and then dries out beautifully. Yeah, that's the cool thing about it. It has a really nice dryness to it that ends up not being the case for a lot of sweeter ciders out there, like the mass-produced stuff that ends up very like apple juice tasting. It's just a little bit of light zippy carb to just give it a little bit of levity. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, how do I rate this? I'm not really a mead channel, right? So, nor do I expressed to be a very experienced person and able to really, tell you the range of meads that are out there. I'm not super experienced about that stuff. I've had a few really, really hype stuff and, had some of the good stuff, but not like consistently, nor my mead trader, blah, blah. So as just a liquid, that's freaking fire. 93. That's awesome. Yeah. Lychee is like such a cheater fruit. It's absolutely delicious. If you've never had it, try it out. And then obviously check out Zymarium. Again, come down here, go to the tap room. It's absolutely freaking awesome. Easily the most beautiful tap room in the entire town of Orlando. Yeah, 9 close. 9 close. Yeah. Shout out to his better half who does all the curation on. She does just how beautiful that space is. And so check it out. Until next time, cheers. Later.